All right, boys. How we feeling about Zenless Zone Zero? You know, I've seen some positive conversation about it. I've seen some conversation, and this is one thing I'll be curious about from John, especially since John hasn't really played Honkai or Genshin. I was trying so hard to stay focused, John.
I know. I had a feeling.
I was
You
trying
guys,
so
you're
hard to
damn
stay
rusty.
focused right then. Oh man. Anyway,
All right.
no, I've seen some conversation from some people who's never played, like really dove into Genshin or Honkai, similar to John, and like they hopped into Zenless, and I saw some general convo where it's like they couldn't really get into it, so they didn't know if that was just a them thing, a Zenless thing, or just not used to Hoyoverse games or whatever the case was. Jesus Christ.
Can we just take a moment and we'll just take a break and we'll come back in
That
like
was.
20 minutes?
I'm sorry. I was not expecting. That was wild.
For context,
I
we're
was.
watching
I was
Money
about
in
to
the Bank.
get very upset, and then I got very happy.
All right. Anyway,
Oh.
so how you guys?
There we go.
How you guys feeling about Zenless Zone Zero? You know, Zach, I know this is one that you've been really excited for. John, how are you feeling it as a first time player to the Hoyoverse games? How are we feeling on it?
I was actually really curious about what Zach's like experience has been, because, like I said, I haven't played these before. I almost messaged you the other day, Zach, but I was like, I'll let him get a little more time in it and
Okay.
hear what he says then.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with it. I mean, I'm enjoying it. It is a different bit of a style compared to Genshin, Third Impact, and Star Rail, just because there is a lot more story right off the bat versus the other three. Because the other three, there's story, but then it throws you right into the main mechanics and stuff like that. This one has a lot of more stop and play, which I see why they did it with how the style of play they've done it, because it's more in zones versus sort of more open that all the other games have been in. Because I know with Genshin, you get in and just sort of drops you, and it's like, okay, go that direction. But you can just roam around and do whatever. And versus Star Rail, it drops you in a big old map. It's like, the quest is that way, but there's some offshoots you can go check out if you want to and see what's going to kill you instead. So there is a bit more like freedom initially right out versus what I've seen in Zenless, and I've noticed some other people saying that it's a bit of a slow start for a Hoyoverse game. In terms of like mechanics and combat flow, I personally enjoy it. I think my big thing with it is just finding characters I'll be wanting to team up together with, because like the initial Cunning Hare's crew, I like Ambi and Nicole's style. Not a big fan of Billy.
Yeah, I very kind of quickly dropped Anby and Billy. I've been playing some with Nicole. I definitely get what you're saying though, because I wasn't sure if it was just me with the slow burn beginning of the game.
Yeah, a lot of people.
That's some
I'm in the
conversation I've seen
Zenless
too.
Discord and things like that, and just some of the other stuff I've seen is just like a lot of people who have played Star Rail and then Genshin are just like, yeah, this is a bit of a slower upstart.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the same boat of like trying to find. I think I've got a team that I actually like playing with right now. It took me a little bit to actually get like 3 characters that I really enjoyed playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've played it more than I thought I was going to.
Hey.
I also I was asked what type of game it was earlier today. I had a hard time trying to explain how you play this game, because it's like 3 different. It's like 3 different
it's
games
got
that you
several
play.
different mechanics in it because it's got the grid system, which is sort of like, I would almost call it a classic dungeon explorer, like old first-person dungeon explorer, just from a top-down view. Then you have the actual combat portion, which is more of a not necessarily beat 'em up, but I would almost say Dynasty Warrior.
Yeah, it's like a ARPG light.
Yeah, that would be probably a better way to say it. Because, I mean, besides just the characters and basic attacks and skills, I mean, there is some other mechanics with, like, the perfect dodges, perfect parries, sort of comboing, whatnot to build up the stun bars and your decimal maximum so you can use the ultimates. So I mean, there is a bit to it if you really want to maximize your sort of damage output with characters and things like that.
Right.
I am curious, John, how far have you actually gotten into the game so far?
How do I don't know. I've
Have you
played it.
have you finished all the stuff with the cunning hares where you met Nekomata?
Yeah, I'm working on my Hollow Zone reputation.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I've completed because at the beginning there's the Hollow Zone like entrance exam
Yeah.
that has like 2 stages to it.
Yeah.
I'm past that.
Gotcha.
I don't know how far that is into it. I feel like I played a decent amount.
I mean, it's more or less the prologue and first chapter, so I mean, it's a still. I would still consider it probably an early game because I'm right there about to do the test because I've only had a chance to play a couple hours a day, so I've
Okay.
been.
Yeah, because I've been. That's kind of how I've been. I played it. I played it for a little bit the night it came out, and then I've played it a little bit, or I've played it really like 2 or 3 hours every day. Uh, like I'll play it for a couple hours in the morning, go about, do some other stuff, and I've come back and I'll play it again. It's kind of how I've been going about it.
See, I think I lucked out. I found a team that I do like, and I've been farming with. I got a full electric team. I ended up with Nina, Anby, and Anton.
Who's
Nina
Nina?
is the S rank Victorian woman.
Motherfucker.
I assume you wanted her.
I don't have an S rank. I don't think.
Have you not drawn 50 yet? Because you get it guaranteed at 50 draws.
Who's the? Do I have? Oh no, I have Nekomata.
Oh, okay.
I got Nekomata I got Nekomata like around the time that I encountered her in the story.
That's nice.
No, I've been running with Nekomata, Anton, and Nicole.
See, I do actually like Nekomata's playstyle, but besides that,
She's fast as fuck.
yeah, she is. Um, besides that, I'll also intersperse a bigger bin in there. I don't know why. I really like the Bellabog Industries character designs, so I really want to play a lot of Bellabog characters. So I do want Grace and Coletta at some point.
I've got a list pulled up. I got a. Coletta?
Yeah,
Dude, I did. I did one of the
the trial things.
like the trial things. Got to play as him. Dude,
She's
he's
fun.
dude.
Coletta is fun.
That was so much fun. Uh, yeah. Some of these I can't because I've been doing like, or I've got part 2 of the Soldier 11 story to do,
Okay.
and I can't tell if I like that character.
Um,
I think I enjoy it, but I'm not. It's not like when I played Nekomata and I was like, okay, yeah, that's just fun.
I'm sort of on the fence with Soldier 11. I mean, when I did her trial thing, I enjoyed how her combat flowed. But I haven't actually met her in game yet, so I don't know. I mean, the one I really want right now that I'm building up polychromes for is to roll for Ellen, because Ellen's really fun. If you've done her trial, if you like Nekomata, you'll probably like how Ellen plays.
Is Oh yeah, I did her trial. She was pretty fun.
Because literally her entire kit's just a route, literally being a shark and just sprinting around the map and attacking people.
Yeah, I enjoyed her trial. I haven't like seen or anything about Grace, but just based off her character art and that, I kind of wanted to play her.
She's actually pretty good too. But I mean, overall, I'm having fun with it. I am curious what more content they're going to be because there is several things that you unlock as you get through the 4 chapters of sort of like side stuff that you can be done on like a daily that I haven't gotten to yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Have you unlocked any of that stuff yet, John? Like the fence
Uh,
thing or anything
I
besides 6th Street stuff?
I think I think I'm at the point of unlocking it. I think the last time I played, I haven't played it today. I've been playing First Descendant today. But yesterday when I was playing, I think I was introduced to the defense.
Okay.
Because I was in I don't know I got kind of stuck in the middle of like some of the character story where you can't, once you start doing it, you can't do any side stuff or anything.
Gotcha.
So I was down that rabbit hole for the last time I played.
Yeah, because that's another thing. Like, you can get a trust level with each of your characters you own, but you can't actually start it till you've actually met them in the main storyline, which I find interesting. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's tons of stuff going on in Zenless besides like the main fighting in the hollows. They've added so much stuff. Like, there's the whole entire 6th Street. You can go to a noodle shop and get a nice little Monster Hunter esque cook scene to make you a meal. Go get you some coffee.
Love that.
Go to the VR center. Go beat up some virtual enemies for materials. Go to the arcade. Just help Officer Mew Mew with whatever the crap he's been left with.
I've got most of his stuff done right now,
Well,
or
he
at
has
least on first page.
on 6th Street. Okay.
Yeah, on Sixth Street first page, I've got almost all of it done.
So I mean, there's quite a bit of stuff to mess around with that they've added in besides just the main hollow exploration. Then they actually got this two different sides of it. One's exploration where you actually have the grid plus fighting, and then you have just combat ones as well, commissions where you just go and fight. And then there's the whole leveling system for all the characters. You can have fun with that in Hoyo first game per usual. You got character levels, people's equipment levels, skill levels, their core ability level, and then leveling up the disc that you attach to the weapons.
Yes. Okay,
So,
I was
yeah.
I was running through that. I was like, that seems like a lot, and then I'm like, oh wait, no, that makes sense when you're actually playing it and you go to start actually leveling stuff up.
Yeah. So always the eventual grind for materials once you get to that point where you actually need to bother with that. But I mean,
Yeah,
overall, I'm having fun with it. I mean, it's the experience I was wanting from the game.
yeah. It's been. I thought it was gonna be a game where like I tried it, I played it for 2 hours or something, and would immediately stop playing it. It's kind of been the opposite where I played it and you kind of you get into a groove of playing it, and then when I stop, I'm like, okay, well, I'll pick up from there tomorrow, and just kind of roll back into it, and actually kind of look forward to playing it some.
See, I really feel with Zenless, the biggest thing is just finding a set of characters that you actually enjoy their combat flow, and just once you get that flow and get the actual combat mechanics stuff down, it just feels so good.
That's the thing is like the characters I was actually getting when I was rolling, like, because they give you a lot of rolls early on.
Yeah, I think overall people after once you earn everything free before even putting any money into it, you get like almost 200 something rolls altogether with between both the standard roll and the special.
Yeah, because uh, yeah, because I don't know how to say some of these names. There's
Sound like me.
Shokaku?
yeah.
How did I know it was Shokaku? Shokaku. She's
Because
literally the
because it's one of the most weird names on this list.
Good call,
Like
Zach.
in all honesty, it's probably the one you look at, you go, that makes sense that he doesn't know how to say that.
yeah. She's the blue Oni girl with the metal flag thing.
Yeah, I got her. I don't actually like using her. She's not the most fun for me.
I'm on the fence about her. I could find moments where I'd probably find her entertaining with
I
her AoEs.
I bring like if I go into like if I'm going through like a run where there's ice resistance or something, I'll bring her just for chains, like chain attacks, or to like bring her into like for some of that, but
I mean, she's
she,
got a good passive.
she's not one that I've in like when I started like playing her, I went, yeah, this is fun.
That's fair.
It was when we're like it's growing on me a little bit, but not crazy.
That's fair.
I was using Lucy for a little bit.
Oh, you got Lucy. How fun.
Yeah, I
Her
got
three
Lucy.
little pigs.
I was using her for a little bit. She kind of got replaced for a little while, but she might be making a comeback.
Yeah, Alex, they have a whole biker gang that all their characters are based around fairy tales.
That's funny.
You got Lucy, who's got the three little pigs, and Piper, who's literally the Pied Piper. She drives the truck for the biker gang that carries all their like extra equipment and stuff, and their bar that's in the back of it.
That's funny.
See, that's the only thing that's really pulled me to Zenless is just the character designs, and I've seen a lot of the
Character
Hoyoverse
designs are
fans,
sweet.
Hoyoverse fans saying that they're enjoying how much they're experimenting with character designs in this one, but a lot of people are on the fence because we're getting a lot of younger looking characters.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Uh, I think there's a period where I was running like Nekomata, Lucy, and Corrin. And like it loaded up at the beginning of a like I was just playing with them because they were the like new characters I had.
Yeah.
And it loaded up. I was like, I need to change this team up a little bit.
It's like why are they all lollies?
I was like the next round. I was like, where's Anton?
I mean, but no, that's sort of been like the interesting thing because like if you look at all the factions, because you got Victoria's Housekeeping, all of them are based off of old classic movie monsters. You got the werewolf, ghosts, Frankenstein's monster, and then a shark. Bellabog's just standard, looks like construction workers. I don't know what their theme is other than they're construction workers. Then you got the Sons of Clayton, you got the police force, and there's Shikaku's group, which is the Special Investigations of 6th District, if I remember correctly. So I'm be curious to see what other factions and stuff like that, as well as if we're actually going to get characters added to each factions, or if they're just set at where they're going to be.
Yeah, I will be interested in like characters that they add to the game.
You know,
Just
so
kind of like you, the character design, like more than anything for some of it is I've been in like get a fun like I've been enjoying just like looking at my agents, be like, okay, I know this is the team that I've been running with because it works really well right now.
yeah.
But sometimes I just want to run with the characters because they look kind of cool.
Yeah, that's sort of how I am, because like I'm looking forward to the Sons of Clayton. I'm assuming it's their leader from like the launch day trailer they put out. She uses a sword and shield, and it looks like she may be missing an arm. So I'm very curious what her whole thing is.
Zach, I got a question for you.
Stop.
So, as someone who's played all of the Hoyoverse games, like where would this one kind of fall for them? Is this like the weakest of the three? Is this kind of the middle one, or is this got the potential to be the best? Because overall, to my understanding, like I from what I understand, Honkai is like goated. That's kind of the vibe I get. But
Honkai's, well, you talking about Star Rail or Third Impact?
I didn't know there was a difference. I just know Honkai Star Rail, man.
So there's Honkai Third Impact, which a lot of people don't realize is a Hoyoverse game. Which was their first game. I shouldn't say that. That's their first global game that people know about. Genshin, then Honkai Star Rail, and now
okay.
Zenless Zone Zero.
All right, well, let's just say the big three.
Okay. Potential. I think it has potential as it would stand. Star Rail would still probably be overall, just because Star Rail has consistently good characters,
Great gameplay,
Good-
apparently.
Good gameplay, good writing. Stories are always very entertaining. Plus, even in like the events they add and things like that. So overall, Star Rail would still be overall goated. I would say I like Zenless more than Genshin. But that's more or less just my personal preference.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Genshin's fallen off the last couple years a little bit, but it's still got a strong community. So I mean, it's got potential. I'd be curious to see where it goes from here. Because I mean, overall, having fun with it. I'm enjoying the story because like the whole like first chapter stuff that happens with the whole. I enjoyed that whole little arc with Negamata, um, her scheme, what leads to finding out another scheme and preventing it, all leading up to the fight with the Hollow End's Butcher, which was very entertaining. I enjoyed that cutscene whenever the train came in, John. And just
Oh yeah.
the Bang Boost just chilling on top, like, I'm here, guy. Um, I mean, overall, the art's good as well. Especially enjoyed the end because when everything goes down and Bellabog just shows up because they're ready to throw hands when they're coming out of that chopper.
Right.
But I would say as it stands, I would put it like in the middle.
Okay. And Star Rail being at the top. I got it.
Yeah.
That's good. I will say I do kind of agree with your sentiment on the Genshin thing. Like, obviously, I don't play it, but just from the vibe that I get in the gaming universe, it's kind of fallen off the last couple of years.
Yeah.
That's
But, I mean,
definitely
its
the vibe I
community's
get.
still strong.
Yeah,
and
it
still
is.
there, and
It is.
it gets updated fairly regularly. So
Yeah, no, for sure. All right. Well, Zenless Zone Zero, free to play. So give it a shot. See if you like it. John hasn't really played the other Hoyoverse games. Give it a shot, and he's enjoying it. So maybe you should as well.
Yeah, I will say, like, downloading and playing this has almost made me want to go back and give like Star Rail a shot.
I want to play Star Rail personally too.
But it's also one of those where I've been hesitant. I downloaded it, but I haven't started playing it because I've been
Right.
hesitant because it's one of those things where, because I don't know if you guys get this in games like that, I kind of get the feel it sometimes where I'm like, am I joining in too late?
Yeah, I get that vibe with a
Right.
lot of different games.
And it's one of those where it's like a lot of times that kind of stops me from even attempting to start the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm gonna try to let it stop me there. Like I said, I did while I was waiting on Zenless Zone Zero to download. I did go ahead and download Star Rail. I just haven't started it yet.
I mean, I would say with Star Rail, you're never too late with it because they're actually really good about allowing new players catch up and actually do current content. Because I found out there's like one of the things going on currently. Once you reach like a minimum spectrum, it's just like, okay, you can go ahead and lock this early, and we'll just actually boost your people up for the event while it's going on, so you can enjoy it.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
nice.
And in terms of like actual story for Star Rail, there's actually only four areas: a space station and 3 other planets, and they just finished the 3rd planet. And then they're constantly bringing back old limited edition, 5-star limited characters and like secondary banners because it'll be whatever new limited character plus a secondary banner with an old one. And like I'm known as the lucky whale, and I mean I haven't
Yeah,
put a
you
single
are.
I haven't put a single dollar into Star Rail yet, and I've been getting. They give you so much currency and whatnot through achievements. Actually, just playing the game, just the side stuff that where free to play is very plausible with the game.
John, that game is screaming you then, my friend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's one thing I've noticed. Well, or it's like I kind of had a thought about while playing Zenless is like I feel like I haven't played it that long yet, but the amount of stuff they give you, just
Oh yeah, they just
like the amount of currency they give you, the amount of like roles that they give you to just play with, it's incredible.
they just throw it at you, and that's similar to both Star Rail and Genshin. They're just like, hey, you're playing anyways. You're gonna roll eventually.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for playing. Here's our stuff.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, well, you're at the early part of the game. Here, do this quest. Okay, go roll 5 times. You might get a character that'll excite you, and then you'll want to keep playing.
Right.
And then they do the whole thing like with Zenless and Star Rail 2. They're just like, all right, first 50 10 rolls, it only costs you 8 tickets, and you're guaranteed a top tier character within those rolls.
Yeah, nah, it's like as or in the last little bit that I was playing Zenless, I kind of said I'm gonna start saving up my.
Polychromes.
Well, I have some polychrome. I have a decent amount saved up, but I'm gonna save up my like higher tier rolls,
Mm-hmm.
and then just try to do a big session of rolling.
I mean, the thing with which is nice with Hoyoverse games, at least with Star Rail and Zenless, on the limited banners, on characters, it's actually got a nice thing where you're guaranteed the S of for Zenless and S rank character within 90 rolls. The closer to the 90, the higher the chance. But the thing with the limited character, it's initially a 50-50. So when you get that proc, it's either you got a 50-50 chance getting the limited character or just one of the other S tiers. Then if once that 50-50, if you lose it, it's 100% guaranteed the limited character next time.
Right.
So mad,
Nope.
so mad.
Did you lose your 50-50?
That's
I knew it was gonna happen based off how the match was going here. So I'm on WWE right now.
Okay.
No, I haven't. Sorry, the ending of the match was happening while you were saying that, and
Gotcha.
it did not go the way I wanted.
That's fair.
Uh, no, I don't think I'm at my 100 rolls yet.
Yeah. But that's just strictly with like limited banners. So people will abuse that at times, and because we can usually find out advance what next banner is going to be. So people will try and lose their 50-50 on the one beforehand so they can guarantee the character they want.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying now.
Yeah. Because it carries over from each banner.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'd say Zenless as a first time Hoyoverse game player, definitely enjoy it. It is a bit of a slow burn at the beginning, uh, and it hasn't been until like that top down kind of dungeon exploration that you were talking about, Zach.
Yeah.
Uh, until like I don't know, one of the last couple missions I did, it almost felt like there was no reason not to just like fuck around and explore the whole thing before you did the objective.
Yeah.
Uh, started to hit points where it's like you can't do that necessarily, or if you're gonna
Yeah.
try to do that, you have to really think about it before you start moving.
Yeah. And I sort of thought about that with some of the other early like commissions. I was like, there's a lot of potential for just making this whole puzzle portion.
Yeah, it definitely becomes more. I don't know if you've encountered it as much. Uh, I've had a couple where I look at it and I'm like, okay, I could do this, but I'm gonna have to sit here for a minute and think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, as a first time Hoyoverse game player, Zenless Zone Zero, I would recommend playing. It's free to play. I mean, it is a slow burn, but within the first hour or so, you're gonna see the core gameplay mechanics,
And I
or
mean,
at least like a good portion of the core gameplay mechanics. So you can base off that if you think you would enjoy it.
and you got your choice of platforms because it's on PC, PlayStation, and mobile.
And your account does carry over between them. So if you finish playing on PC and want to play on mobile or like PlayStation or something, you can log out on one, immediately hop over the other, and you're good to go.
No excuses. Free to play.
But-
Move
Because
across. Have fun.
I've been swapping between my PC and PS5 playing it.
There you go.